What's up, everybody? Major Retired Richard Ojeda here. And do you know what really pisses me off? People getting away with things that they absolutely should be held accountable for. You know, recently we've seen that R. Kelly has received 30 years in prison, and he deserves more than that. But they said that the reason why this is such an important case is because it shows that nobody is above the law. Now, we knew R. Kelly participated in child sex trafficking and all kinds of horrible things. And he should be put under the prison. And I could care less about R. Kelly's feelings. I don't care. Because he didn't care about those young ladies that he preyed upon. But to sit and say that what this is for is to make sure that everybody knows that nobody is above the law? Really? Then what about the Epstein-Maxwell situation? Of course, we know that the guards at the same time apparently had to use the restroom, and then all of a sudden Jeffrey Epstein is no longer in existence. And now Ghislaine Maxwell has been given 20 years in prison. Okay. But what about the Billionaire Boys Club that they ran? If you want to talk about nobody being above the law, then how could we have this case that went through and Maxwell has been sentenced to 20 years in prison and we don't know nothing about it? Are you here to tell me that nobody was basically outed? No names were brought up in this case? Because the truth is that the Billionaire Boys Club absolutely exists, and it definitely existed on Epstein Island, and literally, apparently nobody's going to have anything done. What about those? Because you're not going to sit and tell me that just because maybe funding was given, money was paid to these young ladies that were preyed upon, that makes it okay. They deserve to absolutely live in wealth for the rest of their life for the way that they were treated, the way that they were preyed upon. Maxwell should literally spend the rest of her life in prison without the possibility of parole. But that doesn't mean that those that participated, that preyed on them young girls, should be kept in silence. They should be brought out. And I don't care who it is. We know that Donald Trump was friends with these people. So was Bill Clinton. So was Dershowitz and many, many others. To include somebody from the royal family. So are these people above the law? Because if they're not, then prove it. Investigations need to be done, and I think that they probably already have been done. And I think it's time for some of these people to be held accountable. So for us to sit here and say that, you know, the sentencing of R. Kelly shows that nobody is above the law, but yet the entire case, the entire courtroom antics completely went under the radar while everybody was watching Johnny Depp in his court case. This court case was also going on, and this one was completely kept out of the view of the people. And you have to sit and think, was it because they didn't want some of these people to be outed, people like Bill Gates and others like that? If they participated on these actions in Epstein Island, then they should be held accountable. They should be outed. They should be dealt with. Because if you really want to send a message that says nobody is above the law, then start arresting these Billionaire Boys Club folks. Because until you do, it's not really fair. And that is what pisses me off. Sappers clear the way, airborne all the way.